Have you ever wondered how to become a better designer, but you didn't really know where to start? Truth is, it's not about talent. It's about building habits and systems that make you sharper over time. So in this video, I'm challenging myself to design 5 postcards in 5 days, each one inspired by my recent trip to China, while sharing the 5 tips that actually helped me grow as a designer and doubled my business in revenue. Hi, I'm Laia. I'm a brand designer and strategist, and I simplify branding for purpose-led founders and ambitious creatives. Welcome to my channel. So in the past couple of days, I've been testing out CorelDRAW Go, which is a very simple to use but very powerful browser-based design tool, so I thought it'd be nice to test it out for this challenge. Full transparency here, this video is sponsored by them, but my opinions are 100% my own, so let's see if the software and myself are up for the challenge. Good morning, everyone. So today I've got quite a busy day, so I'm just gonna design the postcard now because I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do it later. But I wanted to start with the first tip, which is to design consistently and not perfectly. One of the things that helped me the most was to take on a small daily project rather than just waiting for inspiration. And another thing that helped me create more freely, as contradictory as that may sound, is to actually give myself constraints. So for this exercise, I'm gonna create 1 postcard a day, but I'm only gonna give myself 30 minutes to do it because it's something I want to be able to do every day. And if it takes more than, 30 minutes, I feel like I won't be as excited to do it. So yeah, the challenge is 5 postcards, 5 days and 30 minutes. So with this first piece of advice done, I've gone ahead and sketched out a very rough idea of what I want the postcard to look like. I want it to be very playful, kind of bold, kind of messy. So I'm gonna open up CorelDRAW Go and I'm gonna search for a postcard template so I can get the sizing correctly. Since the composition will vary depending on the typeface that I choose, I'm gonna write my text on screen and browse through the fonts that they already have. See if anything catches my eye. So I promised myself I would only take 5 to 10 minutes to do this because I take way too long choosing fonts. I've chosen a couple of fonts that I liked. So now I'm gonna mess with the layout and the juxtaposition of the words to see if I can make it look messy but cool. And then for colors, I think I'm gonna go with red because it's a color that I saw a lot. So yeah, I'm just gonna mix it with a brownish black. I'm thinking that would look good. Oh, and I almost forgot, I also designed a plain back design so that I can put back. I don't know the word for that in English, so that I can put it on the back side. I don't know. So this is the final result. I'm gonna put it on screen. Let me know what you think. Hello. So today I wanted to change locations even though it's 1,000 degrees outside, because tip number 2 is to actually find your flow triggers. So everyone has those things that make you more creative or more productive. For me, I'm most creative in the morning when working with natural light and quiet. So I try to consistently wake up, work out, take a shower, make my non-skippable matcha tea, open the blinds and put some calm music or nature sounds on. So for this postcard, the design is actually very simple. It's just koi fish and some text. Koi fish actually originated in China and they're everywhere there. So taking the file we worked on yesterday, I'm gonna add a new page like this and try to find some koi fish assets directly on the software so that I don't have to create them myself and I save time. Oh, so this is perfect. It's literally what I wanted, so that's awesome. So now it's just a matter of adding some text, which I created using ChatGPT. So if it's not correctly written or it says something weird in Chinese, I'm very sorry. Okay, I need to go inside because I'm actually melting here. This is version number 2 of the postcard, so let me know what you think. Good afternoon, everybody. So I've been doing this challenge off like all day today. I had this idea of creating a lot of doodles and cute drawings and just vectorizing them and placing them on the postcard, but I feel like doing that in just 30 minutes is just not doable. So in order to stick to the challenge and do this in under 30 minutes, my action plan for today is to just create 2 doodles instead of like 10 or 12 that I wanted to create. So the next design tip I'm gonna give you is to look for inspiration everywhere, not just on social media or in other designers' work. Early on, I used to constantly compare myself online, which was very draining and very unmotivating. But when I started paying attention to architecture, clothing, I discovered new ways to reinterpret ideas and get different inspiration sources. Okay, so I've been here a while. I'm gonna put the mic here. So now what I'm just gonna do is duplicate the doodles and place them in the postcard. I was thinking of placing them just in order, but I think I like them randomly placed better. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and do this. They're honestly not the best sketches ever, but it's already been 30 minutes, so I want to stick to the challenge, and I'm just gonna leave it like that and be a bit more elementary school core. Today we're starting the day with clean and minimal design, which I'm a sucker for, so bear with me while I make my tea because this is clearly empty. And I'm gonna tell you about the fourth design tip. So one of the things I wish I knew sooner was to master fewer tools and stick to those. In this day and age, we are surrounded by new tools all the time, but choosing my top 5 favorite tools, learning how to use them, and sticking to them really helped me. As I've mentioned, recently I've been testing CorelDRAW Go. It's vector-based, it runs in the browser, and it lets you create professional level designs without needing very technical skills. So I wish I knew about this when I was starting out, because it would have saved me feeling overwhelmed and confused and frustrated. With my matcha in hand, my laptop is also here, by the way. I'm ready to start this challenge. So for today's postcard, I'm looking for pictures of some very famous mountains in Zhangjiajie. I know that's not the right pronunciation, but these are truly the most incredible things I've ever seen. Like, they were completely breathtaking, and so I want to try and find a quality picture inside of the tool, and if I can't find anything, I look in my camera roll, but I think that these will be way better quality. Okay, so many pictures. I was definitely not expecting this. Okay, so I actually like this one, and I want to play with text and make it kind of like unorganized. Just like the mountains, if you've ever been there, you know they're very weird. They just appear out of nowhere. So I feel like that's a good synonym for the postcard. Yeah, let's try this one here. Okay, so I really like this. I'm gonna put it here in screen. It's one of my favorite ones so far, and I think it was the fastest to make, so that's a bonus point. Another day, another postcard. I actually dreamt of this challenge today, so I think it's time for me to either quit or just make it a permanent one. Anywho, let's do this. I'm thinking of creating like a window in a plane from which you can see the temple, and then adding stems or text around it. It's gonna be 2D because I don't have much time, but if I create 2 ovals, I think it should work out. So whilst I try to figure this out, let me tell you about my last tip. Creatives often dread doing the same tasks over and over again, like naming files, exporting the designs, recreating the same design over and over again. So my solution would be to actually build templates and processes that save you time and energy. So that's something I actually do. I have my social media template and my client deliverable template, and then I just need to swap the content every time I create a new one. So it's very small changes like this that give you more headspace for actually being creative. Alright, so this took longer than expected because, surprise, surprise, I couldn't decide on a font to use, but I think I figured it out, and I actually dig the final result, so I'll put it on screen so you can let me know what you think. And that's a wrap. I'm kind of sad this week's over, but here are all of the designs that I created. I'd love to know which postcard or tip resonated with you the most, and if you've got any advice, drop them in the comments and let's help each other. Also, if you want to try CorelDRAW Go, there's a link in the description and in the comments so you can test it out for free. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!